But right after you leave high school, I noticed that like 95% of those people went on to just have a regular job. What's the next thing that I can do? Because if I stop here, I'm only going to be known as the junior who did something.
I think everyone in the beginning has to follow someone, and then you find out who you are and what works for you. Because in a
Yeah.
way, we're all the
I
same,
think that,
you know.
yeah, I think that's something too that a lot of this next generation of Magic should kind of understand, or rather, they like right now they fail to understand. Is that you don't need to be somebody right now. It's like you have like the rest of your lives to become somebody. Like sit down right now and learn to become knowledgeable. Like see how these people are performing, why are they performing, what are they doing, and how did they get to this point to where like they're now Chris Angel, they're now David Blaine, they're now David Copperfield, you know, like how did these people get to this point? You know, it wasn't an overnight success. It was a lot of struggle, a lot of trial and error, you know. And I think a lot of these people now are trying to grow on social media and they're like, oh, well, I have like 2.5K followers or whatever. And it's like, you know, I'm the next big thing. It's like, yeah, but, you know, there's also like a teenager next door, like just saying hi to people that has like 10 times the following, you know, like let your ego go a bit. Like,
Yeah,
kind of learn these things, learn little by little, you know.
yeah. You're seeing a lot more of the younger generations build egos quicker, I think, because of social media. Because social media is
Yeah.
just an extension of your ego, but it's supposed to use like as a platform to share what you love and who you are, maybe. And I guess that's your ego.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it makes sense how we get attached to it. But yeah, it's good to be attached from it. I mean, becoming somebody. I'm actually coming to the point where like I'm 30 years old now, and I'm learning how to become nobody because I became somebody that, and I realized like kind of like a little monster of myself, and I want to
Mm.
dissect that and become like nobody,
Yeah.
and dilute all the stuff that I've maybe taken into my life, good and bad, so I could find who I truly am. You know, that's what every great artist says. Like to be your true self is one of the most difficult things to do because we have all this other
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, see, and like that kind of goes with everything because I said like I was a theater major in high school, so I used to do a lot of acting. So I used to be in like different plays and
Oh, cool.
musicals and things like that. And even in that realm, you find a lot of people with high egos, you know, and we're at such a young age. Like, yeah, we are like the best of our best in our school, and it's like, yeah, we worked hard, we did everything, but right after high school, and I'm sorry to like any of you guys, if you guys are watching this and know me, or like any theater people are watching this, but right after you leave high school, I noticed that like 95% of those people went on to just have a regular job, you know, or just go do something else other than acting. It's like, don't let that define you at that moment. Just because right now you're on top doesn't mean you're going to stay on top. You know, it's like
Yeah, and even for the
you
greatest
can peak.
guys too. Even the greatest guys that are up on top, like they always, if they can't really stay on top, they always have to. They always are looking up because once you're on top, or once you said you've had it made, I think is the moment like you die in a way, you know, because you're never done
Yeah.
until you're dead.
See, and that's why too, like, I'm constantly trying to keep moving. Like, I know a lot of people tend to stop once they've like, oh, I did 1,000 shows, or oh, I did this, and a lot of people are out there trying to establish themselves by how many shows they've done or who they performed for. Like, oh, I performed for this big celebrity. It's like big deal. Like in 10 years, they might not even remember who you are. You know, and like now, like I went and being at the castle when you graduate, they give you an option or an option. They have an option rather to give out what's called the Junior Achievement Award, which is one of the hardest awards to win because one, you have to be a junior, meaning that you don't have a lot of time to be practicing other than if you started at 13 until you turn 20, but I only had a couple years. And within that time, it was because I was so dedicated trying my hardest to like develop a good show, work as hard as possible, treat guests well, and doing a lot of other things that that a lot of other magicians didn't do, and that kind of allowed me to get that award. That was like my first big award, and right there and then when I got the award, I was like, oh man, I made it! Like I'm somebody now. And then I was like, wait, well, what's the next step after this? Because this is just one award. Like, I know there's people out there winning hundreds of awards. Like, even in actors, it's like they have so many Grammys or so many Oscars and different things. Like, what's the next thing that I can do? Because if I stop here, I'm only going to be known as the junior who did something. And then from there, like, I started doing, like, the Shoulder Showdown, which I managed to place there, too. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I hit third place. Even now, I'm still trying to work on how the hell I'm going to go back and try to win those first place awards. Because you got to keep on moving. And after that, it's like, develop a show. Try to get Magician of the Year. Try to make a lecture. Get Lecture of the Year. Do something, Like, keep yourself motivated. Don't let yourself